My favorite players thus far this season. It's a couple guys, man, that I've been really enjoying watching them play. Mainly younger guys that are, on the up and up, so to speak. Um, Tyrese Halliburton, what he's been doing and with the Pacers, just being elite, on the offensive end, scoring the basketball, uh, at a high clip, shooting the basketball at a high clip, passing the ball. I just love his assistant passing the ball. What he's doing as a point guard has just been so elite to me. Um, I just been a big fan. He's putting like he's getting like 30 and 15. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like shooting the ball efficiently, um, just doing it with style and finesse and all that. Just been enjoying watching him play, and just seeing him continue to evolve as a player. Um, it's been really dope. Um, One thing about him that I think with him uh, especially at his size, because he's about, I think, 6'6", 6'7", very lanky kind of player. He he he's I think one aspect what makes him different as a player is he's elite in both the point guard and shooting guard position. Like he can score the ball at an elite level, like a shooting guard, and he can assist the ball, um, at an elite level, as a point guard. And when you combine the two, you have the type of player that he is, and obviously with the size, really helps him out a lot. So I think he's definitely somewhat of a new breed of kind of player in my Edwards, what he's been doing in Minnesota, having him first in the West. Just been, you know, playing great dominating games, leading their team to victory. You know, it was talks about, obviously with him and Cat being, the cornerstones of a franchise, who was going to step up and kind of be that leader, or just like the number one guy on that team. And I think he's kind of taken on that baton, so to speak, for the Timberwolves, and willing them to victory. He's a really confident young player, and I like that about him. He thinks that you know he's unguardable, and that's the type of mentality you got to have. You know, to be great. I think that he's one of those guys who just accepts the challenges and rolls with the punches. So um, he can do it all. Shoot, dunk, pass, all of that. Good size, athleticism, all of that. So he's a guy that I'm definitely enjoying to see his development. Then Lamelo, unfortunately, he just got injured in recent time, but prior to his injury, he was balling. For those who don't know, he was killing a lot of 30-point games, and just dominating ball, scoring, assisting. Very much so, like him and Halliburton have similar games. I think um, Lamelo's a tad bit more flashier though with his playing style, but very similar, very similar in size as well. Um, Both unorthodox shooters, but the ball it gets in there. But yeah, I was just enjoying seeing him ball out. I've been a fan of his. Um, throughout his time in the league. And, like I said, this year he really been balling. Just those injuries just kind of been a knack for him. And so, hopefully, he gets, wish him a speedy recovery, so he can get back out here and, get back to balling. And, he was on pace of being an all-star in my opinion, just with the numbers he's been putting up. And so, I would love to see him in an all-star uniform this year. So yeah, then Shea Gill, another guy I really, really like, another young player. I've just come to the conclusion in between him and Kyrie Irving, I would say are the best finishers at the rim right now. He can finish the ball. Like, I wouldn't say, I mean, he do finish. He has the trickery of like Kyrie. I think Kyrie's a little bit more trickery with his like finishes and stuff, but he finishes the he always finishes it, regardless of whichever way he chooses to try to finish at the rim. Like he finishes it. Um, he's a guy that likes to play at his pace, and he gets where he gets to his spots. He gets where he needs to go. Offensively, I don't see not even one flaw offensively. You know what I mean? Defensively, that's a whole nother subject. But offensively, he's one of those guys right now that's really unguardable in the league right now. I don't know where you really, because he can shoot it, he can beat you off the dribble, he can off the ball, whatever. Like, finish at the cup. He can hit his free throws. So it's just been great seeing him play, doing what he's been doing. And then lastly, I gotta go with Tyrese Maxey. He definitely has elevated his game. He stepped up to the plate, obviously with James Harden's departure. He's filled in the role that essentially James was playing, and he's been coming up big, increasing his points and assists with them. The Sixers still winning games. He's just been showing that improvement over the years, and yeah, it's just been great seeing him ball out, man. He's a guy who not a high maintenance type of guy. Just goes out there, plays the game, gets the job done. Can score it. He I don't really see much flaws in his game offensively too. He can shoot it. He can get to the rim, beat you off the dribble. And so yeah, man, just been enjoying seeing these guys play, and seeing where these guys as these guys develop and throughout the season and so forth. So